If your head knock, I feel knock you back. You know, check side. Is that how you do business? Man, no best. Who you be? Story never finish. Kelly Gwedi over. What have I got to myself into? You're getting wedding vibes from burial. As in how? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's episode, I'm going to be telling you guys things that shocked me in Ghana, part 4. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Grace, and on this channel I talk about my weight loss, my lifestyle, and my faith. I'm a Nigerian that's currently residing in Ghana, and I have a lot of videos talking about my experience in Ghana. Before I get started, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, keep your comments down below. Smash that subscribe button if you have not. Turn up notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. Let's get started. The first one is they treat their burials like wedding. Ghanaians are so particular about their burials. Like, they really pay attention to detail when celebrating their burials. I mean, during lockdown, if you heard that popular trending song, that I'll try to find the sound and put it on the screen. We did not know those are Ghanaian pallbearers, or I don't know what they call it, pallbearers. Yeah, those are Ghanaians, and that's to show you how, I don't know if I should use the word exciting. Yes, that's show you how exciting their burials are. Now let's not even talk about the burial clothes. Before we even get to that, why did I even say that they treat their burials like wedding? It's because it's so celebratory. It's so vibey. Like, you know how you attend weddings, and weddings are so exciting. Obviously, two persons are getting married, the weddings are beautiful, exciting, you'll be happy, that kind of vibe. Go to a burial and you see that kind of vibe too. It's a burial, somebody died, but people are jubilating, celebrating. Now there are cultures, let me know who say cultures. I don't want to use the word culture because certain parts, okay, there are parts of Nigeria that actually do their burials such big ways. A lot of Nigerians are very showy when it comes to burials and everything, but it's just the vibe I'm talking about, not necessarily the procedures, but the vibe. You're getting wedding vibes from burial. As in how? Speaking of the clothing, the burial clothes they wear. If you're in Nigeria, you know what red and black is. If you don't know, I'm looking at you like this, I'm very sure you know. So I was passing one day on the road. I saw people wearing black and red. Kelly Gwedi over. My eyes have seen. At first I was like, these people are so bold. They are literally so bold. If you're in Nigeria, you know what I mean. That color in Nigeria is not something you do loud. It's something you do wish. You know what I mean. People that wear that color in Nigeria are people that are into diabolical things, people that are into rituals, people that are into all this. I don't want to say it. Are you getting my vibes? They do it in the bush, they do it in the forest, they do it in secret places. It's not as if they're even ashamed, but it's just something that is secret. They don't want you to get to know, or whatever reason they have behind it. And now I see people dancing. See, honestly, I just totally forgot that cultures can be different. Like, it could mean something else here in Ghana. Like, my mind didn't go there because it was just shock at first sight. I was so shocked. Like, I saw people wearing black and white and they were dancing. I don't know how it works. I've actually never been to a burial. Like, I know how Nigerian burials work, but I've not been to a Nigerian burial, so imagine. So I'm just giving assumptions of what I've seen. I could be wrong, like semantics may be wrong, I mean, we're getting the procedures all wrong, but this is just how I see it happening. Let's say, for example, she lives in this place and people are just coming to greet her. I don't know, but there are a lot of persons around there, you know, celebrating on the road, walking around, singing, hitting drums, playing music, tambourines and stuff. Tree. I don't understand tree. Because I don't understand what they are saying. In my mind, I'm saying, are they chanting? Are those ritual songs? What are they saying? What have I got to myself into? I'm really scared in that moment. I can't remember exactly when this happened, but I know it happened sometime. And then I'm like terrified and horrified, and I see them walking. And I go home and I forget about it. Later on, I think something similar happened, or I see just one person wearing that same outfit. And I asked my sister, why are these people dressing like this on the open? That they are so bold about this thing they are doing. They're not even, you know, they're not even shy. She said, why would they be shy now? They are burying their loved one. I said, this is burial clothes. She said yes. And I was like, why didn't anybody tell me? I was so terrified. I was so scared. Yes, they celebrate burials like wedding. And don't just say this is coming from a Nigerian's mouth. My lecturer said this last year. He said it that Ghanaians like to do too much when it comes to burials, even more than weddings. My lecturer said it too, so don't come for me, okay? The next one is they have addresses. So I think in my second video, my third video, I said Ghanaian apartments do not have addresses. This was because before I came to Ghana, I had a friend that wanted to ship something, and I asked for an address, and he was like, he did not have an address. So it was very strange. So someone that was living in Ghana told me they did not have an address. He did not have an address. I did not know what the address was, and I was like, how will I ship this to you and all of that. So when I came, the apartment I stayed also did not have an address. The apartment I'm currently staying at right now did not have an address until recently. So in my last video, I just concluded they did not have an address because I never saw addresses anywhere. And when I asked some persons, they'll be like, they describe it in a strange way. Even a lady who invited me for a job, she gave me a random address, closest location to where she was. She didn't give me the exact location, so it was very strange. When I asked her what was the number of the house, she said that's not how it's done here, something like that. So that just, it was coming from a Ghanaian's mouth. So that's why I just concluded that they did not have address. And a lot of persons came to the comment section to attack me. They were like, you could Google their zip line, zip code, or whatever. But it wasn't zip code I was talking about. I was talking about address, name of the house, number of the house, and the street and everything. But recently, I think early this year, the government put addresses just all around. My house now has an address along the street, different places. So I don't know if it's a new development, or if it has just been in place but in different areas and not mine. Right now they have an address. I had to clarify this since I said a countered opinion in my one of my previous videos. Okay, we cool now. Okay, this one is it's not even a big deal. It's just a very minor thing. They call sweet tofee. I don't know exactly why or how, but I remember when I came to Ghana and people on the street to ask me to gift them, they always said tofee. They always said, give me money for toffee, gift me toffee or something. And I know toffee has one candy like that back at home, Nigeria. So I used to think it was just that candy they were asking for, but I was like, that's very particular, that's very specific. Why is everybody, like, different people asking for the same candy? And sometimes they don't even mean candy like sweet, they just mean to give them money to buy something small. They can mean it in different ways, but I just thought it was just very strange. A lot of persons that will meet you like on the road, like random people that will just beg you, oh mommy patrol, money or something. I can't remember how they say it. It is in Tree or English, I don't know, but they ask you for money for toffee. So sweet in general is referred to as toffee. In case you're new to Ghana and they're asking you for toffee, they're not describing one particular sweet. They're asking you for money for something small, or that sort of thing. The next and the last point of one of the things that shocked me while I'm in Ghana is Ghanaians are laid back. I think I've said this in a different way in one of my videos, I'm not exactly sure, but when I say laid back, I've experienced it on a deeper level that I had to like bring back this point and really hammer on it, because like in recent time I've had so much experience with laid back Ghanaians that the stories are overflowing, but I'll tell you one of them. I mean, they are so laid back, it's frustrating. This is not to shade them, it's just how they are being. It's not their fault that you're different from them, so obviously this is not to shade them, but just because they're very different from me, just it's a little bit frustrating, to be honest. So I'll give you an instance. If you saw the video where I talked about something happening to my cooker and all of that stuff, so late last year, December to be precise, I went to go and get a new burner to cook. I got this new burner and it wasn't working, so obviously I thought it was my gas issues. We went to refill the gas cylinder, refilled it more than half, almost full. So we know that gas is not the problem. We went home. On getting home, it still wasn't coming on. I'm like, what's up? December period is Christmas time, celebration, you need to cook. So I've shopped for all the things we needed to cook, but it was a little bit frustrating. So we're like, okay, I think we need to cook on New Year Day. Then 1st or 2nd of January, just this 2022, we went to return this cooker. I mean, I've had so many stories, but I'm going to share the freshest one. We went to return this cooker and the person said, oh, that nothing's wrong with the cooker, that is probably from our this thing. And okay, I didn't even add this. We called someone to come and do something, check our this thing. Our mind did not go that it was from the burner people. We just thought it was our fault. So I've actually called someone to come and check it out and all that. So when we turned this, they said, oh, nothing's wrong with burner, that's probably from our gas and all that. So that's what we thought too. But we didn't tell another what we thought, but we thought so. So we were like, okay, so what is going to be done? Because it's not coming on. Someone followed us home to check it out. We got a new regulator. The person installed it and everything, and initially it did not come on, but he did 1 or 2 magic and it came on. So it was all good. Everybody went home. Everybody was happy. Use that cooker twice, like just cooked once, cooked second time. It stopped working like 3 or 4 days. We called those people that sold the banana to us. That what's up? We even called them. I'm telling you, we're actually very, very patient. We called the gas people, but not the same persons, a different gas people to come and check again, because what's the problem? This is a new burner. Why is it giving us issues? It came with another regulator. They changed regulator, saying the regulator is not good. I know I just put like was regulator, the burner people, but it was regulator is not expensive, so we not bother return the regulator. We just took the new one that the second gas people brought, and we used it. Story never finished. You calm down. After that, it worked for a while. Like we cooked once. When I mean all this thing happened in my space of 1 week. I cook a lot. Okay, not a lot, but I use the burner regularly. I prefer to cook my own meals than to buy food outside, so I cook a lot, somewhat. So all this happened in the space of less than 2 weeks. Let me say 2 weeks max, because it's not even up to 2 weeks. We're just frustrated. We called them over the phone. They said there's nothing they can do. We have to wait for a particular time for them to take it to the, I don't know the place, the company that manufactured it. I was like, are you listening to yourself? I said, okay, we have to wait for how long? He said he does not know. Is that how you do business? Telling the person that the person will do this, but you're not telling them how long. You're not giving any specific thing. We should just wait. We just be waiting. Like we don't know what we're doing with our time. So we told him, can you come and speak to your manager? Because he was the person that came with us the previous time. So he said, yes. I said, where can we come? You can come in today. When that day, the manager was not in. I said, after telling us to come, we were really angry. Like, literally lost it. He said he was in, he just left, but he told us to come now. The manager is in. I don't want to call the name of the brand because it's a popular brand, and I don't even have time for all of that. Finally, like after a few minutes when we were still talking to him, the manager came in and said, oh, the manager is finally here. So let us talk to the manager. The manager was telling us, we don't do things like that. I mean, you gave me sport burner, made me spend money twice on regulator. You made me call someone to come and service. The service is free, and now you're telling me that okay, something's wrong with it, but we have to take it to the manufacturer and we have to wait. I bought new burner. A lot of things like that thing that they did, that it was so irritating. It was so what's the word? I did not cook on New Year Day. We were literally eating out that week. You know how things are hard in January. I mean, I lack words, but it was so frustrating. Like, I'm a reserved person. Forget I can talk, or you see me talk on YouTube. I'm very reserved. But if your head knock, I feel knock you back. I feel knock am back. If that makes sense. Like, or if you really upset me, forget that I can just be calm. I can change it for you. Oh. It's not my size. Oh, you don't check size. I feel change it for you like that. I just started raking. Everything I was saying was entering one ear and was coming out. He didn't literally use the same words, but that was what he meant. Like, even if we talk from now till tomorrow, this and that he has to go to the company or check manufacturer. I said, okay, give us time frame. When will this come back? He said he does not know. They have to check what is the needs first. I said, you have had similar situations or cases in the past. Like, how many days do you tell the person? How do you call, like, this is a business for crying out. Like, you can't just be doing it anyhow. You can't just be running it like if it's this thing your family something. My sister was not even having it. She was so upset, but me, I was shouting. I was shouting. Let me know, like, I was shouting, but I wasn't shouting. But I was shouting. I was upset. And I was talking. You know that thing in the Bible where it say, I will not let you go unless you bless me. That's how it was. It felt like I was like, I will not shut up until you give me a new burner, that kind of thing. My sister was just quiet one place. She was tired. Just today, and I was talking, I was explaining to him, I was explaining how I really felt, how this burner that was not burning was making me he was so late, but like, I was explaining me. Someone was airing out their concerns about your product, and he was not even concerned, like no atom of concern on his face. He was just calm. When I talk to madam, we need to take this to the company. I was like, hey, Jesus, please go cool. So after much argument, I was still holding on to him. I said, I will not let you go unless you bless me. After much brahaha here and there, he finally said, okay, we'll come in. I will come in the next day, and they have new goods coming in and they'll give me. I said, so I've solved the issue since now. Everybody's happy now. Then he was not saying I should come and sign one paper. That's why I feel like sometimes you can't get things done unless you shout. If I did not actually speak up, if I actually did not shout, I would have gone back home that day without a burner. They'll like give me one stupid amount of days or 1 week, and I'll wait like olofofo. So sometimes, yes, sometimes you give people chances, give you benefit of doubt, but sometimes if their head is touching, touch it back. Tell them that You want to know correct. So if I did not actually shout that, I wouldn't have gotten anything done. It was so upsetting, it was so frustrating. But now we have a functioning burner. Next day, I went and got brand new burner, signed and everything, and it was all good. So that's one of the things that's still shocking till date, how laid back Ghanaians are. So I think to their fellow Ghanaians, it's normal to them and they don't feel like it's a laid back thing, just how they are. But to us, I say to us, like, we're a group of, to different nationalities, it may come up as strange. Yeah. So like, they're so laid back and it affects their customer service. The laid back can be a little bit irritating sometimes. This is not every single Ghanaian. Of course, there are businesses that are doing well, they are thriving, they are focusing on their customer and everything, and they're doing well. But some businesses are just like so irritating in their attempt to even service somebody. So frustrating. I mean, you go somewhere and they'll keep you waiting and they won't even send you, like, who you be. So that's about it for all things that shocked me since I came to Ghana as a Nigerian. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found this interesting as much as I did shooting it for you guys. Don't forget to like, to share, to comment, to subscribe, to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.